with the ongoing shipping delay, certain foods and supplies are either unavailable or limited across the state.
Dallas Ontiveros joins us live from Pier 38 with an update. Morning, Dallas.
Good morning, Christian Ross, and we're continuing this conversation here on Wake Up Today with our special guest right here, Dr. Keli'i Akina, who is the president and CEO of the Grassroot Institute of Hawaii. Good morning. Aloha, doctor.
Good morning. Great to be at Pier 38.
Absolutely. So we covered a lot of different topics when it comes to the shipping delay. You mentioned that it's not so much of a supply crisis, but more of a transportation crisis. And that brings me to this question here. You know, with these congested ports, whether it be Los Angeles, Long Beach, or San Francisco, for example, why can't the ships just go to any other port or even come here first? Why do they have to follow a certain direction?
Well, that's a great solution, and some of the ships are being diverted to other ports. The problem is that most American ports are simply not deep enough for deep-bottom ocean-going cargo ships. And to dredge them, to make them deeper, is a phenomenally expensive proposition and difficult in terms of federal regulations. Now, one of the solutions could be to allow foreign-built vessels to take cargo from one American port to another American port. That could be done by simply updating our Jones Act laws. But that, unfortunately, since we can't do it, means that we rely heavily on land transportation for a lot of cargo transport up and down American coasts.
I was going to ask that. I mean, about the trucks and the trains.
Right.
I know there's only so much activity here on the island, but why do we need to rely on more trucks and trains? Why not more ships?
Well, that's a great question, and one of the reasons we do that, and it's not a healthy thing, environmentally it's bad, in terms of traffic congestion it's bad and so forth, but we do that because the Jones Act prohibits us from using foreign-built ships or ships built by our allies from actually taking cargo from one American port to another American port. That's why we have to go by land. If we could solve that problem, we would be able to indeed have a less expensive shipping system, and we'd be able to get rid of some of the delay.
Dr. Akina, you're going to be hanging out with us for another half hour, and we're going to get into the different solutions and also how people can do their own research. So there shouldn't be another situation like this during an emergency. So we appreciate your time.
Good. We've got to find solutions.
Absolutely. And of course, if there's any new developments or anything that you need to know moving forward when it comes to this whole process right now, we'll keep you posted first, whether it's in our future newscasts or online at KHON2.com. Reporting from Pier 38, Dallas Ontiveros, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.